What's up guys? Today I am at TR3 Performance in Davie, Florida. Actually is the first time I've been to their new location. The owners, the Romanelli brothers, Greg, Arthur, and Oliver Romanelli, have actually been good friends of mine for over 10 years now. I've actually lost count of how many years I've known them. But since I've met them, they've been in several new locations over the years, growing each time. So this new location is by far their biggest and baddest yet. They've basically consolidated everything, have their full race shop, automotive performance shop. They do wraps, window tinting, vinyl wraps, all kinds of things like that. So without further ado, let's take a step inside TR3 Performance. Check it out. All right, let's take a step inside TR3 Performance. So right off when you walk inside, you have the front showroom here, front office. Already starting to look like a race shop. As you can see in the back here, got some of the race cars back there, which we're going to take a look at in a second. Right off when you come in, you have the seating area for the customers. A little sample table over here. It looks like we have a VF Engineering supercharger. For those of you that know VF Engineering, these kits, they're bolt-on. You smack them on a Huracan or an R8 right here. So the VF 8XX Hypercharger is a Huracan STO. It'll be awesome to see supercharged. And like I was saying, they are a race shop, race management, and Gregory Romanelli is a race car driver. And a lot of these wins you're going to see, the trophy room, which is actually right there. We'll go to in a second to see all the trophies. And then this is actually the wrap shop here, so they're printing out all either wraps for cars or full-blown liveries and vinyl for their race cars, which I'm not supposed to show the blue one there, but this blue one's okay. Benz, and then there's a whole shop back there, so we'll get there in a second. But coming over here, we have a nice Forge Line wheel. Yet another trophy. This was for the Fanatec GT World Challenge America, powered by Amazon. Very cool. This is from 2023. Nice set of headers. And over here, you have even more trophies. Just doesn't end. Awesome. And coming over here, you have this massive wall of wheels. Mostly Vorsteiner, it looks like. Vossen, you got some Vossen hybrid forged over here. Lots of Vossens. They have Vorsteiner. Always love Vorsteiner wheels. They look great. Very lightweight, nice and forged. This is a forged monoblock on HRE. HRE needs no introduction, especially if you guys saw my video of my walk around of my friend PJ's car collection. Most of his cars, if they don't have really nice OEM wheels, they have HRE wheels. So definitely a great selection of HRE wheels here at TR3 Performance. Like I said, they are located in Davie, Florida. I will put their location, address, phone number, and everything in my video description. Without further ado, let's take a step through the secret door here. And of course, you have some of these canvases on the wall here, showing some of their victories or, the race cars. Very cool. Lambo, TR3 Racing. Follow them on Instagram. So you have TR3 Racing, TR3 Performance. All right, stepping into the race shop, and right off the bat you see here massive storage area for all kinds of race wheels and tires and body parts. This is for using the, I don't know if you guys see when they attach the air hose to race cars, you have the air jack, so lift the car up so they can, take the wheels off stuff. You have a whole freaking Lamborghini V10 here, pretty cool. You have some race wheels. These looks like they're from a Super Trofeo car. These would be rain tires. And you have a ton of slicks over here. Michelin for the Mercedes. Definitely plenty of used slicks. More rain tires. Got some bumpers, bunch of storage. Pretty cool. Now there is one of the cars I'm not supposed to film, which is over there, but I can film this one here. This is a GT2 car, Mercedes AMG GT2. Full-blown race car, of course, based on the Mercedes AMG GT. Look at these brakes, just crazy. You can come back here, here's another one. See under the hood and everything. Bi-turbo V8, handcrafted, see the turbos there. Coming all the way back. Obviously the street car doesn't have this level of cooling and carbon and vents and all this stuff going on. Alright, so coming over to the other side, we have another GT2 car. Just like the one over there, the blue and the silver one. This is TR3 Racing. Again, go make sure you follow TR3 Racing on Instagram. I'm going to put all the links to their social media handles in the description below. And right next to it, you have a Super Trofeo Evo 2. So, like I was saying, TR3 Performance and TR3 Racing, they do the race management, have their own race team, but they also do all like the race support and everything. So, here's a cool example of an Evo 2 race car, just all torn down. So probably post-race, checking it out and everything. It's got all the, and this is what I was talking about with the air jacks. So earlier when I showed you over there, you can see, so they attach the airline, jacks the car up, and it gives them a safe way to work on the car without having worrying about it falling down or anything like that. Very cool inside. And actually, one thing I love over the, I guess you could say the original OG Evo race cars, you have these basically facelifted headlights, which unfortunately don't fit on the street car. But if you ever see them turned on with the bumper on and everything for the when these cars are in action on the racetrack, it looks absolutely menacing. So look at that, all LED. Come over to the side of the Mercedes, TR3 Racing. Again, those massive brakes. You have all the cooling technology and crazy engineering. All the adjustments for the suspension, for the dampening settings. So they have different setups for different racetracks, just like in like NASCAR, IMSA, Formula One. Every track is going to have a different setup, so you're going to be able to, basically customize the way the car will act and handle and behave on the racetrack. So this gentleman right now is just making some adjustments, checking out the car. And as you can see, that giant rear wing, it is a swan neck wing, which has been made popular just for better aerodynamics. Same over here with the Evo 2. Very, very cool. And there's actually a 599 GTB up in the air right now. That car is getting a 6-speed manual swap, so we're going to check that out in a few. But right now we're going to go inside the wrap shop. This is what I was showing you guys when I was on the other side. As you can see, all the different vinyls, all the rolls. Some of them are for full color changes for a car. Others basically are made up into a livery for a race car, which they'll print out on these machines they have over here. And yes, even more trophies are inside this room. Look at all that. I'm not going to show every single one of them, but you can see Pirelli World Challenge, GT World Challenge, the Roar before the Rolex, the Roar before the 24. I know some of you guys have been to that. That's a very cool event. Pirelli World Challenge again, GT Challenge, just, yeah, pretty crazy. Definitely the pedigree to back it up here. All right, coming over here, we have this 599 GTB up on the lift. It's actually getting a manual transmission swap, like I was saying. Very cool. And go up here, as you can see. There's a big hole where the transmission used to be, so it's getting a nice 6-speed transmission swap. Coming over here. It's a gorgeous car. I've been fortunate enough to drive many times. Never driven a manual one, unfortunately, but I can't imagine how much more amazing they are to drive with a manual transmission. Coming down here, of course, you have manual transmission. All right, so I was saving this for last, but I'll give you guys a quick teaser. Coming over here, we have, yes, it is an SF90 XX Spider, the first one I've seen. But we're going to come back to this. It's here getting PPF at TR3 Performance, window tint, everything, getting all shined up. But we're going to go more into that in a second. Right now, we're going to come over here to this crazy stack of cars here. Up there, you actually have a 488 challenge car, Ferrari race car. There's like a chassis coming down here. C7Z06, shark gray, one of my favorite colors. Looks like it's all got set up for the track. Has some cutouts here for extra cooling. It's got a nice tow hook. And coming down here, another car that really needs no introduction, the 458 Speciale. Looks like it's finished in Rosso Corsa with the painted stripe, the Livrea. Great spec. Coming over here, looks like we have a little BMW drift car that's getting worked on. Cool little project car. Some body parts. It's a really cool set of lifts here, though. Definitely a great way to save space. Looks like it fits about 16 cars. Very cool. The customer's gorgeous Trackhawk that's on the lift getting some work done. Over here in the corner, you actually have my friend Thomas that works here, does all the marketing. He was telling me about this RS4 that has been a real project for them. They've basically been doing a complete overhaul on it, suspension, brakes, engine work, cooling. As you can see here, it's like everything is original car. They actually had the original wheels redone, so they look brand new. Paint, everything's been buffed and polished. All new suspension, brand new rotors. See the sway bars over here, everything is brand new. Full exhaust system. And these cars sound amazing. I can't imagine how it sounds here. This is a Super Sprint, looks like for an E63, but it's a Super Sprint V8 exhaust, so Sure, it works on the older E63s as well as the RS4s. These are really cool cars though. The color is Nagaro blue. Actually, the last time I saw an RS4, especially in this color, was probably about 10, 12 years ago. Alright, so before we get to the SF90 XX Spider, lastly, I want to show you guys also another first for me, 992.2 GT3. And this is actually finished in Slate Gray Neo. It's an older color they brought back, like Ruby Star Neo, that pink color. And it looks like this car inherited the YSAC package from its older sister, the 992.1 GT3 RS. So right now it's just getting PPF, window tint. They're just removing some graphics and stuff like that, as you can see. 4 liter, so it's essentially a GT3 RS with a smaller wing, facelift, new taillights. They have a nice little, so it's got the exclusive design taillights, so you have the clear taillight there, major option, and part of the YSAC packages. And I love that they started doing this on these cars. They're going away from all the, at least less of the black plastics. You have more of the exposed gloss carbon here, so the end plates here carbon. And actually the entire wing is carbon. You have the stanchions here, which is like the swan neck like I was talking about on the race cars over there. But you actually have this exposed carbon here that continues through the roof. Being that it has the YSAC package, these cars used to have the full roof exposed carbon, but now there's actually just a strip of carbon going through, which I love. It's kind of like a mix between the full carbon roof and the GT2 RSs, which actually had like racing stripes in carbon going down the roof. Continuing down the hood here, you can see. And then another cool touch, you have GT3 right here on the front lip, but also YSAC right there. Very cool. I'm not sure what headlights it has. I'm assuming it's got like the X-Sight headlights, or it's a pretty well optioned car. It's got the carbon ceramics, PCCB, Porsche carbon ceramic brake system with the neodyme wheels. Is it cool? Is it okay if I open the door real quick? Just gonna take a step inside, check it out. As you can see, it's a facelift, so it's not gonna be a complete redesign, right? It might just be certain things Porsche was holding back for the 0.2 like they do on some cars. I know they did that on like 0.2 turbos and Turbo S's. But as you can see here, very nicely optioned car. It's got the Bose system, lots of the same carbon that they used in the 3RS, so they started using that in the 0.2 GT3. The extended leather, looks like it's got the Alcantara dashboard. You see a Sport Chrono package. And guess what, guys? Unlike the GT3 RS, it is 6-speed manual. So 6-speed manual, 992.2 GT3, new seats, actually has the YSAC there. And my friend Thomas was showing me earlier, this does come off to give you more clearance for a helmet when you're taking this out on a road course or a track day. It does have a racing seat lifter, which is an option too. It's got these gorgeous, are these carbon? Oh, they are carbon bucket seats, very nice. Has the racing yellow seat belts. And something I just noticed, I don't know if this is an option, but the floor mats actually have the silhouette of the 992.2 car, not the GT3, just like the Carrera. Very, very cool. All right, let's close it back up. And now, last but not least, a little teaser in the mirror there, the SF90 XX Spider, which is definitely the right car to save for last. So this is an Atelier New York example, which means that whoever bought this car, whoever bought it, like the current owner of the car, when they ordered it, they either went to New York to the Atelier location, Ferrari store, to spec the car, or they can also do it on phone or over on the computer. But yeah, I know I showed you guys some SF90s at Carrier Motor Cars, some tailor-made examples, but those do not even hold a candle to this. The only car you can really compare this right now, as far as Ferraris go, like comparable at least in the market, is the 812 Competizione, because that's kind of where their values are. This car actually has a $1.3 million sticker, which is, I'm sure it can go higher. It's not a tailor-made car, so it could probably go higher, but is a very, very well optioned Atelier car, and it's a Spider, so top goes down, price goes up. I'm just doing a quick little walk around of the SF90 XX Spider. This color is amazing, and I actually forget the name of it, but we're going to check out the options plaque in a second under the hood. And actually, starting off, you have a large airbrush shield, which I'm not sure is standard on these cars, like it is on the Daytona SP3. Most likely an option, just because it's got a lot of different colors and going on and stuff like this, like the body color around the wheels. Of course, being a Spider, and it is two-tone, so you have the two-tone paint. And again, comparing it to the regular base model SF90, if you can even call it that, I mean, let's see, the rear end is completely different. They actually have this full width taillight here, so what Ferrari likes doing on their crazy like XX cars and just special cars, especially like the SP3, the Monza SP1, SP2 obviously, is these full length taillights, which are really unmistakable out on the road at night. Going down here to this very, very exposed open rear end, so you have the tires back there, massive carbon diffuser, TR3 plate cover here. And yeah, the exhaust, which is usually pretty covered up on the standard SF90, is more open and exposed here, along with that massive carbon diffuser. Coming on here, little winglets on the side. This is definitely paying homage to the A12 Competizione. This is kind of like a design cue from that. And then actually coming over here, this is a very, very cool. This reminds me of the F12 TDF actually. Coming over here too, so the same design element. It's actually, yeah, kind of like on the F12 TDF, especially on the back. They've continued over here. And so right now we're going to open it up. As you can see inside, the crazy colors continue on. So you have this other secondary color, which we'll get the name of in a second. Like I was saying, Atelier, personalized with Ferrari, or CMT, it's the customer. You have the Dreamlines on the paddles, as well as the 12 o'clock stripe here. It says SF90 XX Spider, as well as over there. Very cool. And you have these amazing carbon fiber racing seats with this like painted accent on it. The attention to detail in this car is unreal. Right now we're going to open up the front trunk. Alright, opening up the frunk of the SF90 XX Spider. It does have a strut that needs to be put there. It doesn't have gas struts because it's, you know, weight savings. See the color right here? I don't know if you guys can see that. It is Verde Woho Teto Nero DS. It's two-tone, and then you have the Livrea Blue Aqua Marina. Very cool. And then a Nero DS stripes. And you have the plaque, the options plaque right here, like I showed you on some cars that carry motor cars. So it says SF90 XX Spider, glossy Verde Woho, and of course you have, you know, that's the car paint, Verde Woho. All the options, which there is a lot of options. Very, very cool. Extra range galore, extra range options everywhere. Like I was saying, the owner of this car, spec'd the car, ordered it through the Atelier program, Atelier New York in this case. And there's the, this is for the hybrid system for the SF90. I'm sure they've tuned it up a little bit for this car. Normally this is a little frunk on the SF90, but now it's just for more cooling and all kinds of ventilation. Just crazy. But yeah, honestly guys, I've been waiting to see one of these in person. It's just in pictures they're gorgeous. Like, it's really hard to find a bad spec on them. Like some cars, like I was saying, you can spec in a bad way. Other cars, it doesn't matter. You know, like the Pagani Utopia, for example, you can definitely spec wrong. I feel like the SF90XX, well, the Stradale is one thing, but this is a Spider. Especially the Spider is just one of those cars that you just can't really screw up on. In this case, it is a very special off-catalog Ferrari color I have not seen before, so I learned a new Ferrari color today. Very cool. And yeah, this thing just, sorry, I'm kind of speechless walking around this thing. It was one thing walking around the race shop, but here we have just a casual SF90 XX Spider. Probably be the last time I see it. Well, who knows, maybe it'll end up at Carrier Motor Cars someday. And for the time being, we get to have it all to ourselves, and I'm glad that you guys can come along and check it out, as well as all these other really awesome cars here at TR3 Performance. Alright guys, well that should do it for this episode of Robbie's Car Vlogs. Once again, thank you to my friend Thomas and Greg from TR3 Performance for allowing me to come here today to check out their amazing race shop and show you guys all the amazing cars here. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Let me know which cars you'd like to see in the next video. Alright, till next time guys.